Good morning and welcome to MKGT. Today we're going to cover everything you need to know to wire a 12-volt leisure system in your campervan from scratch. Cable sizing, fuse sizing, wiring diagrams, and the most common mistakes people make. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to wire your van correctly and safely. Let's get into it. Every year vans catch fire because of incorrect wiring, undersized cable, missing fuses, wrong connections. These are not difficult problems to avoid, but you need to understand the basics before you start. This video will give you those basics. We'll be referencing the British Standard Cable Sizing Table throughout, the same table used by qualified electricians in the UK. I'll put a free PDF download in the description with the full wiring diagram, cable size chart and fuse size chart for you to keep. First, never use household twin and earth cable in a van. I know it's cheap and easy to find, but household cable has a solid copper core. Solid copper work hardens under vibration. Your van vibrates constantly. Eventually that solid core snaps. In a campervan that means a dead circuit at best and a fire at worst. Always use stranded flexible automotive cable. Stranded cable has hundreds of tiny copper strands. If a few break under vibration, you've still got hundreds more carrying the current. MKGT automotive cable is available in flat twin and round twin configurations. Flat for surface runs, round for through grommets and conduit. Links in the description. This is where most people go wrong. Cable sizing is not just about amps, it's about amps and cable length. The longer your cable run, the higher the resistance and the more heat is generated for a given current. Here is the British Standard Cable Sizing Table. This table shows current carrying capacity in amps for different cable sizes depending on how the cable is installed. Clipped on the surface in open air, the cable runs coolest and can carry the most amps. Enclosed in conduit, slightly less. Buried in insulation, least of all. Always use the column that matches your installation. If in doubt, go up one size. It never hurts to oversize a cable. It can be catastrophic to undersize one. Let me give you the practical cable sizes for a typical campervan installation. LED lights drawing up to 5 amps. Use 1.5 mm squared cable. A 12-volt compressor fridge drawing up to 10 amps. Use 2.5 mm squared cable for short runs, 4 mm squared for runs over 3 meters. USB sockets drawing up to 12 amps total. Use 2.5 mm squared. A DC-DC charger drawing 20 amps, use 6 mm squared. The main feed cable from battery to fuse board carrying all circuits simultaneously. Use 10 mm squared minimum, rated at 70 amps. For inverters, size separately based on inverter wattage. A 2000 watt inverter needs 70 mm squared minimum directly to the battery. Every circuit needs a fuse. The fuse protects the cable, not the device. This is the most misunderstood rule in 12-volt wiring. Size your fuse for the cable, not for what's plugged in at the end. The formula is simple. Take the maximum load on the circuit in amps. Multiply by 1.25 to add a 25% safety margin, round up to the nearest standard fuse size. For LED lights drawing 3 amps, multiply by 1.25 gives 3.75 amps, use a 5 amp fuse. For USB sockets drawing 12.4 amps, multiply by 1.25 gives 15.5 amps, use a 15 amp fuse. For a 12-volt fridge, always check the manufacturer's recommended fuse rating because of the high starting current from the compressor motor. Most 12-volt fridges recommend a 15 amp fuse regardless of running current. The main battery fuse protects the main feed cable. For a 10 mm squared cable rated at 70 amps, use a 50 amp fuse on the main feed. This protects the cable if all circuits run simultaneously. Let me walk you through a complete wiring diagram for a typical campervan leisure system. Starting at the battery, your 12-volt leisure battery, a GM or lithium, connects via a 10 mm squared positive cable to your fuse board. Within 300 mm of the battery positive terminal, you fit a 50 amp fuse or circuit breaker. This is your main protection. If there is a short circuit anywhere in the system, this fuse blows and protects every cable downstream. The negative from the battery connects to a negative bus bar. Every device in the van connects its negative back to this bus bar. Never rely on chassis earth for your leisure system circuits. Chassis earth introduces resistance and causes voltage drop. Direct negative connections only. From the fuse board you run individual circuits. Circuit 1, LED spotlights, 1.5mm squared cable, switch in the positive line, 10 amp fuse, wired in parallel to each light. Circuit 2, LED strip lights, same spec, 1.5mm squared, switch, 10 amp fuse. Circuit 3, 12-volt fridge, 2.5mm squared cable direct from fuse board, 15 amp fuse, no switch needed, the fridge has its own thermostat. Circuit 4, USB sockets, 2.5mm squared cable, switch, 15 amp fuse, wired in parallel to each socket. Route all cables through PVC conduit wherever possible. Conduit protects cables from the sharp metal edges of the van body, which will cut through cable insulation over time. Use grommets wherever cables pass through metal panels. Clip cables every 300mm to prevent movement and chafing. Label every circuit at both the fuse board end and the device end. Future, you will be very grateful. Use stranded copper cable throughout. Never join cables with chocolate block connectors. These are rated for household use, not for vehicles. Use proper automotive crimp connectors with heat shrink. Or better still, solder and heat shrink every joint. A properly made joint has zero resistance. A poorly made joint is a heat source. Mistake 1. Using household cable. We covered this. Don't do it. Mistake 2. No main fuse near the battery. One short circuit without a main fuse and every cable in the van melts. Mistake 3. Chassis earth for high current devices. Run dedicated negative cables back to the battery negative. Mistake 4. Undersizing the main feed cable. If all your circuits run simultaneously, your main feed cable carries all that current. Size it for the worst case. Mistake 5. Ignoring cable length. Mistake 6. Not labeling circuits. Label everything. Everything we've covered today is available as a free PDF download in the description. The full wiring diagram, the British Standard cable sizing table, and the fuse sizing guide, and links to all the cables and accessories you need from mkgt.co.uk. We also have free online calculators, voltage drop calculator, cable size calculator, fuse size calculator, all available at mkgt.co.uk. To recap, use stranded flexible cable, never household cable, size cable for amps and length. Fuse every circuit. The fuse protects the cable, not the device. Fit a main fuse within 300mm of the battery positive. Run dedicated negative cables back to the battery negative. Download the free PDF in the description and use our free calculators at mkgt.co.uk. And finally, on the end, if you want to size your cables and fuses correctly for your specific installation, use our free calculators at mkgt.co.uk. If this helped, give it a like and subscribe for more no-nonsense wiring guides every week. Voltage drop calculator, cable size calculator, fuse size calculator, all free, no sign-up required. Link is in the description. This video is for educational purposes only. Always consult a qualified electrician for your specific installation.